CSU.
Like
so through two matches, 6-0, and now the much anticipated matchup. Godfrey is asked to come back on the mat. I didn't know if they raised his arm or not. We've got Braumon Creighton for the Mavs against Paul Konechne.
Wait, guys, relax.
Creighton 30-2.
All right, now here we go.
A junior, last year two-time All-American here, placed third in the NCAAs. Fifth is his first year. He comes in ranked second against Paul Konechne. Only a freshman, RJ, but he's 25-7 coming into this match. He's got a lot of experience.
And he's already ranked number 4, and he is a true freshman. We were talking a little bit earlier about the red shirts, you know, taking that year off to gain a little bit more experience. Konechne is a true freshman, already ranked number 4 in the nation. Very impressive. I'll tell you one thing interesting about him. In high school, he was a 5-time state place winner. And everybody says, how can you be a 5-timer?
You got me puzzled.
In the South Dakota, they will let junior high kids wrestle for the varsity.
Wow.
So he placed 6th as an 8th grader. And, you know, there's very few states that do that. And a lot of states, you couldn't, a lot of times it used to be you couldn't even wrestle varsity as a freshman. In South Dakota, that you can be wrestling varsity as a 7th grader.
So forget that he's a freshman is what you're saying, RJ. He's a seasoned freshman, especially at this late junction of the season also.
Well, just to tell you how seasoned he is, in high school he had 169 career victories. I mean, that's incredible. I don't think I've ever heard of a high school wrestler having that many victories. He was coached by Lee Poltz, who was a former All-American wrestler from Augustana, another NCC conference team.
So Braumon Creighton coming into this match, as we mentioned, ranked second, but these two locked up in here.
Nice shot, and straight up into a body lock by Braumon Creighton, just showing his explosiveness over the freshman, Paul Konechne.
That was pure strength. He sucked him in, and then was just able to bowl him over, and so Creighton takes the 2-0 lead here.
Now, I think for the UNO Mavericks, it's important that Creighton comes out here and really sets the tone and, you know, gets the crowd back into the swing of things, get them off their hands, and get a little momentum back to the Maverick side. Now, he's going to release him here. No, he started with the optional start or the international start. There he did release him. Braumon Creighton's very confident on his feet, doesn't feel anybody's going to take him down. Leads the team in takedowns this year.
Let's go.
Creighton,
let's go. Right here.
Rubbing his eye a little bit. As I mentioned, 30-2. He's 10-1 in duels. Coming into this dual match tonight against South Dakota State. It's so many accolades, and
his one
sounds like your career a little bit.
Well, there's a lot of people saying he's going to pass me up on the win chart, and he's well on his way. He's got 101 career wins already.
Number 10, I believe, tonight coming in here.
Is that where he's at right now? He's 10. His one. You said he's 10-1 in duels. His one loss in the duel came where the team had some injuries, and so they were shuffling some weights, and he actually wrestled 142 that night. So that's his only loss in duels this year.
Class A state champion in 1994 at 134. Wrestled at your alma mater, Millard North. He was 34-0 as a senior, and he's carried that right in here.
That must say something for Millard.
It must be. A plug for the Mustangs here tonight. And a two-time All-American, as we mentioned. He leads in the match in the second period here, 2-0.
Just a little bit about his two losses. Like I said, the one came when he was wrestling up a weight class. The other one came against Mark Ironside, who's the #1 ranked wrestler for the University of Iowa. You were talking a little earlier about open tournaments. Braumon in on a nice single leg, switches up to a double right on the edge. I talked earlier about scoring on the edge, and there it was. And that was your case of an experienced junior wrestling a freshman, beating him on the edge. But Braumon wrestled Mark Ironside from Iowa at an open tournament in Iowa this year. I was saying the open tournaments, anybody could wrestle, so you've got Division I, you've got Division II and III, NAIA, junior college, and so they ran into each other. Mark Ironside, the defending national champ.
The human buzzsaw.
Yeah, he's incredible.
So he wrestled Ironside earlier. That says a lot right there.
Wrestled him in the finals this year at the Northern Iowa Open back in December.
4-2 our score, but folks, it hasn't been that close. The 2 points that, as RJ mentioned, Braumon feels a lot more comfortable wrestling on his feet here, and has let Konechne up both times. In the second period, with only actually less than 30 seconds in the second period, Creighton leading 4-2, trying to go after his 31st win of the year here. He shoots in on a double.
He's in on a deep double. Konechne's in trouble. Creighton able to get another takedown in the last 20 seconds of the match. Like I said, those are the important ones when you get to this level. The guys that can score on the edge and the guys that can score right at the end of the period. Almost a near fall as Konechne tried a Granby roll. Braumon able to stuff him on that.
Almost rolled right into it is what he did.
Konechne's choice, he's going to defer to Braumon Creighton.
Choice. He defers to red. Red wants neutral.
He wants neutral. So that tells you exactly what Braumon Creighton, he's had his way with him standing up. So from the neutral position, leading 6-2, and both those points have come from Creighton just letting Konechne up. As we mentioned, Konechne just a freshman, and this could be a learning match for him here tonight. Wrestling Creighton, of course, you never know when they meet again in the NCC.
In the middle.
He definitely doesn't seem to be intimidated. I mean, he's coming out. He's being very aggressive. He's staying on the attack.
Warning red, you're backing.
And there's a warning, actually, against Braumon Creighton because Konechne's staying on the attack.
Right
Creighton
here, guys.
backing up.
Circle. You're backing out.
One thing, like I said, Konechne's not intimidated, and obviously he must not be intimidated too much to have the record that he does and the national ranking that he does. Again, attacking that single leg, but a nice reshot by Braumon Creighton. And
just showing his pure strength here a couple of times on the takedowns, and there he just sweeps that leg and is able to take him down.
Once again, it's
8-2.
I think we're seeing a little bit overmatching in the strength and experience here in this match. So like I said, Konechne's he's not giving up. He's still battling.
Get that bottom.
Creighton has 4 takedowns already to lead 8-2, but he's only got 35 seconds of riding time. So didn't add too much to it there. Only 2 more seconds onto it. So now the score is 8-3 in favor of Creighton.
Well, if you're Konechne now, you're going to have to do something.
Here we go, Lynn. Here we go.
You almost have to think. How much now do you think about trying to throw somebody like Braumon Creighton? I don't know if it's even doable.
I think at this point it'd be a little early to think about something like that. Unless you're a big-time thrower, you don't want to make a mistake and end up getting caught on your back and getting pinned. There's another takedown on the edge. Almost every takedown that Braumon's gotten, 3 of them at least have been right on the edge.
Right on the edge.
And right at the end of the period.
9-3, under a minute to go, and Creighton on his way to going to 31-2, unless barring a miracle from Konechne here.
Like I said, this is a match that UNO wanted a big win from him. I'm sure they'd like to get at least some bonus points, maybe a major decision out of him here. And right now he leads 9-3. He's up by 6. Another takedown would give him an 8-point lead for the major decision.
And with 38 seconds, maybe Creighton has that in mind here. We'll see. Leading 10-4. Major decision would be very helpful after losing the first 2 matches and being down 6-0 here in the duel to South Dakota State. And again, Creighton right on the edge goes for the takedown.
Let's go.
I know back in my years, a lot of the coaches around the conference used to think that UNO would stall and actually wrestle on the edge and thought it was a tactic that we used too much. And I've always felt it was a good, smart offense because, like I said, the guys tend to relax on the edge. And we've seen that here in this match.
Well, in your mind, you think, okay, I'm just 1 step from being out of bounds.
If I get in trouble, I can always go out of bounds. Nice double shot by Creighton. 10 seconds to try and finish. Konechne just trying to hang on.
And if he can hang on, he'll avoid a major decision.
And he does
give it
2 points right at the end of the period. Again, another...
There's some discrepancy whether or not he's going to get the 2. They've awarded it to him on the scoreboard. It is. It's a major. So it'll be 4 points.
Coaches from both sides arguing in favor of their wrestler.
Let's go. All right.
Miles asking
yes, Coach.
the referee to come on over to the scorer's table here.
If I need assistance, I'll come over to the table and I'll ask for it. When the towel came in to hit me, time was out, okay?
As you can tell, we've got Vincentini mics here tonight for a little extra color in this match.
Unless I need to ask, okay? Okay. Yeah, their choice. Thank you. Let's go to work. Come on, let's go. Red choice.
A little debate over whether or not the time was out. I think Coach Lyles from South Dakota State thought time was out before Braumon Creighton got the takedown, but I kind of tend to agree with the call there by the official. It looked like Creighton did have control with about 2 seconds left.
So into the third period, Creighton leading 12-4. At this point, he would have a major decision at 4 points.
It's Konechne's choice here in the third period, and he's taken a different approach. He's taken the top position. Apparently, he must feel he might be able to get some offense going from the top position, possibly work for some near fall or even a fall. But with a wrestler of Braumon Creighton's caliber, I think he's going to have a little bit more trouble than what he thinks.
Creighton leading 12-4 and underway here in the third period. 12-4 at this point would give him, as I said, a major decision of 4 points in the team situation.
There he works to his feet. They go out of bounds, no score. We're going to go back to the middle. Creighton still leading 12-4. Riding time probably won't be a factor in this match unless, well, it could be a factor if Konechne was able to ride Creighton out the rest of this period. He'd end up getting a point for riding time. Still lose the match, but he'd erase that major decision.
Which, when this is all said and done, could be a big point. Almost has to think at this point team and as opposed to individual, unless he thinks he can turn Creighton over here in this third period.
One thing I have noticed tonight, there's an escape for Creighton. They'll take a 13-4 lead now, and he's yet to give up a takedown to Konechne in this match.
Red, you're backing out of
now there's another stalling call against Braumon Creighton. 1 point in favor of Konechne, but now we're back to just an 8-point match. Stalling calls could become a factor. Like I said earlier, Creighton was warned. The wrestler's warned first for stalling. The next call is a 1 point. There's a takedown for Creighton. The next call for stalling is 1 point. The second one is 1 point, and the third one is a 2-pointer, 2-point penalty. Anything after that is match disqualification.
Back inside, man.
I don't think with 1:09 to go we're going to see anything like that, but just to let the fans know how that works.
Konechne will go to the bottom here. 59 seconds to go in the third period, and it's Creighton in command, 15-5 here. As RJ mentioned, a lot of his takedowns have come on the edge of the man here. Most of the action has been on the edge between these two. Creighton's been called twice for stalling and backing up, and again on the edge, and now they'll go back to the center.
Circle, man, circle inside.
You're looking ahead to 142. It'll be Boyce Voorhees, ranked 5th in the nation, against what we think is going to be Kurt Brown, and we say that because there's some question of whether or not it'll be Brown or Brady.
We're hoping we're going to get a little help from the coaches here so we know who's out there on the mat, but we'll do our best for the fans.
RJ's been working his allies here to help us out, so somebody will tell us. Creighton, 38 seconds, leading 15-6 here.
He's got a 9-point lead right now, but again, he has been called for stalling, so he does have to stay on the attack to avoid getting called for stalling again. Nice fireman's carry by Creighton, and possible near fall here.
Creighton going for the pin.
He is going to get 2-point near fall, the first near fall we've seen tonight in any matches. Konechne doing a good job of bridging and sliding all the way out of bounds.
Well, that was the case there. Konechne maybe a little too aggressive with Creighton. Creighton just kind of sucked him in, hit the firemen's, and all of a sudden made this a 19-6 match. He pretty much made a statement to the freshman there, I would say.
Yeah, like you said, I think it was just a case of Konechne getting a little over-aggressive, probably thinking that Creighton wasn't going to shoot, holding on to a 9-point lead, but Creighton felt him pushing a little hard and took advantage of it.
Creighton with 3 seconds will...
Now, this would be a situation you were talking earlier about a wrestler attempting a throw. You know, he's down big in the last maybe 10, 15 seconds.
So Creighton wins it. 19-7, and we will go to the 142-pound match.
He did win by major decision, so that makes the team score now 4-6, still in favor of South Dakota State, the number 3 ranked Jackrabbits.
We'll go to a replay from the first period of that match real quickly to show you where Braumon Creighton took control very early as we get set for this 142-pound match. Here's the replay, RJ. Braumon Creighton.
There's that double leg takedown just right up into a bear hug. Like we said, just showing the power of Braumon Creighton there.
So Creighton wins at 19-7. We'll move on to 142 pounds. For the Mavericks, number 5 in the nation, boys 4 heat.